Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're talking about some of my recent lipstick purchases. I picked up some lipsticks from Chanel and also from Dior. So I thought we could just do a comparison, a roundup of my recent lipsticks, swatches galore. That way you guys at home can make better informed decisions when you're shopping online. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. As you know, I have my online consulting service. This is a one-on-one Zoom chat with me. So if you want some fresh set of eyes, some perspective on your current makeup kit to give it some inspiration, go ahead and click the link in the description box down below. Okay, so I have 3 new lipsticks from Chanel and also 3 new lipsticks from Dior. So I think what we will do first is give a brief description and rundown of both products, then we will do swatches galore. So the new lipsticks here from Chanel are part of the Rouge Allure collection. So these lipsticks here, it's a classic satin bullet lipstick that opens with a click. Anything Allure has a click like this. These retail at 52 Canadian plus tax, and these ones here specifically are part of the fall collection for Chanel. Now, I have seen these in the US through Nordstrom's and Macy's. I'll go ahead and provide affiliate links. Granted, hopefully some of them are still available. And speaking of Chanel fall, I heard through the telephone, we're all playing a giant game of telephone at the moment, that the tweeds will be out the first week of September, and apparently the tweeds will be part of the US fall collection. I don't know what's going to happen to the eyeshadow palette that I'm wearing. This is the palette that we got here in Canada as the fall collection. I heard again through the game of telephone that we in Canada will be getting the tweeds also in early September. I'm not sure what collection it will be other than just the tweeds, but anyway, all of that to say, these lipsticks here are also supposed to be launched with the tweeds in the US in early September as the fall collection. Why is there such difference and why general? I really don't know. I cannot tell you. I have no idea. But anyway, let's get back to the lipsticks here. In Canada, and as far as I'm aware, the rest of the world will also get the Rouge Allure, and this is a definite callback to the Chanel of the 90s, very classic, timeless. This entire collection is 12 lipsticks, and they're all in the Your Lip But Better. There is a perfect nude for every single skin tone. The lipstick is very buttery, very creamy. It's a classic satin, so it will not be a tattoo on your lips, but it will be very comfortable. Now switching over to Dior. This is not part of the fall release. This is a continuation of their transfer proof collection because this is the Rouge Dior Forever Transfer Proof Bullet Matte Lipstick. Previously, they came out with a liquid matte. Now this is a classic bullet lipstick like this that has a classic twist up, and this is matte and allegedly transfer proof as well. This also retails at 52 Canadian plus tax, so the price is the exact same. So this is a new collection. It's permanent for the brand. There is nothing here that is limited edition, whereas Chanel has quite a few shades. I think I would venture maybe a third or half of the shades from the Chanel collection are going to be limited edition, so just be aware. Whereas here with Dior, nothing is limited edition. This is just a new permanent collection, and this is a matte finish. It looks like a traditional bullet lipstick, but it has a very matte finish to it. It almost dries down the same way that a liquid lipstick would dry down. And I think the biggest difference is that there is a scent. This has, it's intentional. It's a peony extract, which is actually quite classic for a lot of Dior makeup. If you're familiar with the brand, this is not the first time you're going to smell this. I've definitely noticed this with other Dior lipsticks, whereas the Chanel one has absolutely no odor whatsoever, like 0%. And also, neither one of these are refillable. Sometimes Dior, actually quite often Dior does refill for lipsticks, but this one does not have a refill. Now, the shade selection for Dior is very different. This is just a lot of classic signature shades from the brand, like 999, that is their classic red. They have Icon or Icon, which is like the most gorgeous rosewood. They have some nudes. They have a lot of numbers that you see across the board with different formulas, different finishes. So this is a very classic Dior capsule. A lot of the old favorites just reimagined with a different formula. So that's really the biggest difference, whereas Chanel is really only nudes, but I think of it as a callback to what Chanel is. Very timeless, very classic, very elegant, and always looks nice. Not anything super trendy or of the moment, something timeless. Let's go ahead and do some swatches. I'm going to swatch them on my hand here, side by side. This side will be Chanel, and this side will be Dior, and I will also do some lip swatches for you as well. So first up here from Chanel, the Click, this is 196 à demi-mot. So swatching it on my hand here and then also on my lips, it looks and feels like a very buttery, satiny bullet lipstick. There is nothing reinvented here with the formula, but the comfort is nice. It is a very nice lipstick. I do find these to be quite long wearing. It's not a liquid lipstick, but with eating and drinking, there isn't that much transfer. And this is also a very comfortable formula to wear. This lip to me is like a nude with maybe a hint of cool to it. It isn't excessively warm. It definitely is just like a really beautiful nude, very classic, very essential, because it's really difficult to go wrong with a lip like this. You can wear it with the palette that I'm wearing today. You could wear it with any of the tweeds. You could wear this with a dark smoky eye. This is a type of lip that's really just a no-brainer. You can just throw it in your purse, you can throw it on whenever you want, and since it's a nude, if you go over the line a little bit, no one's going to tell. Next we have 198 Nuance. Someone asked me which was my favorite of the three that I got from Chanel. Honestly, all three are my favorite, but I think I've worn this one the most, to answer your question. Nuance is deeper, and there is something about this hue that to me screams 90s. There is a hint of cool to this lipstick. It gives me a deep rosewood with cool in it and maybe a hint of berry. And something about this to me is very 90s. It's very Karl Lagerfeld at Chanel. This looks very fall, very gorgeous. It definitely is a bit deeper. So this one I would pay maybe a little bit more attention so you don't go over your lips, but it's very gorgeous, very easy as well. Maybe not as nude clearly as the other lipstick, but I think this entire collection is really just the perfect set of nudes, so it's going to depend on your mood if you want your lip better or something a little bit different. And the last one here from Chanel is 211 Subtil or Subtle. Of the three that I purchased from Chanel, this one is the warmest. It gives me again a rosewood with a hint of brick to it. So it gives you warmth. If you end up picking up the Chanel tweeds in the copper shades, or if you wear lots of warm eyeshadow looks, I think 211 would be a really great accompaniment. It's really beautiful. If you have any warmth in your undertone and your skin, I think this would be just like a beautiful nudie slight brick red. It's a gorgeous shade. It really just depends on your mood. That's why I picked up three, because all of them were really pretty. I think the biggest issue you will have is picking up which one you want, or the three that you want, which is why I'm doing the video today, again, to show you the swatches and to compare it with Dior, because a lot of these collections come out at the same time. So these types of roundups I think are useful for you guys at home to give you perspective, like side by side. Let's move on to Dior. Now switching over to Dior, I'm going into number 505, Forever Sensual, which is a gray pink nude. What's interesting about this lipstick is, as you see the swatch here, it still looks a bit satiny. It looks like there's moisture to it, but it really is a matte lipstick and it dries down matte. And when I was applying it, you could see that it glides on very easily. It glides on and it feels very buttery. You would swear that it was a classic bullet lipstick, but as I'm talking, I can feel it drying down, and it truly does dry down like a liquid lipstick. I did do some transfer tests. On me, it was not completely transfer proof, but it was very transfer resistant. If you are looking for a lipstick that's going to last you for several hours without needing to be touched up, I would go with these new Dior Forever transfer proof bullet lipsticks because they do have longer wear than the Chanel ones. That being said, they will not be as comfortable because they have less moisture. There is some ingredient in here that's supposed to help with hydration, but simply put, it's a matte lipstick versus a satin one. And another bonus for this lipstick formula is that it's allegedly transfer proof. It's mostly transfer proof, but it also does not move whatsoever. Like it stays in place. If you have issues with lipstick running up these little lines up on your lips, this lipstick stays in place. It does not move. It doesn't go anywhere. So there is that going for it. This nude here, I don't think I would wear it with this look in particular, but I have a couple other shades I want to show you from Dior. 525 Forever Chérie is a warm rosewood. When you see rosewood, it really is a fancy way of your lip but better, just as a tip. This one here is arguably the warmest and also I think the brightest of the lips that I picked up for, you know, the upcoming fall season. I'm saying that, but it's still August and it's still quite warm. But this one here gives me a little bit more pop. It still looks sort of like it could belong in the Your Lip But Better, but it's a bit brighter. It's warmer as well, but it's not a super bright orange. So I'm just giving you guys some options here. And our last one here is number 558, Forever Grace, a deep rosewood. So here we have our row complete here, side by side, of Chanel versus Dior. I definitely think you could argue that I like certain shades and I stuck to them for these two collections here. But you know what? Sometimes when you know you enjoy something, you may as well just continue with it and get slight variations, slight nuances to just fit your every mood and whim. Even though this lipstick is Dior, I do find that it matches Emotion or Émotion from the fall collection quite nicely. I think all of these lipsticks kind of go with this nail polish here in their own way. I did not intend to match my nail polish to my lips. It was just a very happy, very extra coincidence. I do like this one as well. It's bright, it has brick to it, but it's also a little bit deeper. I guess it isn't that bright, but it's a bit more colorful. Like it's a bit more variation from my skin tone. But it says it's a deep rosewood, and it's true, but it almost has like a hint of brick red to it as well, and brown. I think this one has more brown to it as well. So again, here is just a close-up of these swatches here because I like swatches of lipsticks, especially when there's a bunch coming out at the same time. It's just kind of nice to take a second to compare them. And I heard from you, many of you, who said you went to Sephora to swatch these in person. And apparently at Sephora, they just leave them open like this to the air and they turn into dry chalk. That I understand. However, I've owned these for weeks. I've been trying them out. I've been opening and closing, and they stay the same. They still feel the same. They apply the same. So I think it's just the fact that the testers were left out in the open, in the air, that makes them feel less than fabulous. So just keep that in mind if you're going in person to swatch. But on that note, I think that is the end of my video. This is my roundup of some recent lipstick purchases. Let me know if you enjoy this type of roundup or look back on recent collections. I do this often when I end up picking up different collections or different items that are similar but from different brands, just to give you guys perspective. So let me know if you enjoy this format. If you're new to my channel, I hope you take the time to subscribe, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your support and your love for me, so thank you so much. And on that note, that is all I have for you guys for today. Let me know what else you'd like to see on my channel, anything else you want to see swatched side by side. I am all ears. And on that note, that's all I have for you guys for today. So thank you all so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.